guys, today the weather here in Amsterdam is a little funky for a change. So I decided to stay home today and show you guys what I usually eat in a day here in Amsterdam. I must be very honest with you guys, I'm not a morning person at all, but lately for the last year I've actually been waking up very early. So usually in the morning I work for like 1 or 2 hours in bed from my computer. And in the mornings what I usually have are either just 2 crackers with cheese, or depending on the day, if I feel inspired, I have a smoothie bowl. Today I'm feeling very inspired because I'm talking here to you guys. So I'm gonna have a smoothie bowl. So these are the ingredients that I like to use for my smoothie bowl. You need a kitchen machine for obvious reasons. Without a kitchen machine you cannot really prepare the smoothies well. You could actually use a blender, but I prefer the kitchen machine because it makes it more creamy. I also like to get the frozen berries from the supermarkets. This is a mix of summer fruits, as they like to call it. They have blueberry, red berry, raspberry, blackberry, and yeah, all types of different berries. Berries are some of the healthiest foods you can eat because they are low in calories, they are high in fiber, they are full of vitamin C, antioxidants, so we love them for that. We add some bananas in the mix because it breaks the acidity of the berries. It adds a little extra sweetness and they are full of potassium. For the toppings I like to add peanut butter. In this case I buy this 100% peanut butter. I don't buy the one that it's full of sugar and full of trash. This one is 100% natural. No extra flavor, no sugar, nothing added. You can easily find them in the supermarkets here in the Netherlands, and they are also full of omega-6, fatty acids, and improve the heart health. I also like to add some cacao nibs for toppings because, well, it adds that chocolate taste that I love. Plus it's full of good antioxidants. I also like to add a mix of nuts as toppings, and as you guys probably know by now, nuts are full of healthy benefits. And today for the extra sweetness I'm adding these raisins. And since it's spring, it's strawberry season, and we are going to add the fruit of the season in our toppings. Usually strawberries are quite expensive here in the Netherlands, but these ones were discounted at the supermarket. Depending on which country you're from, strawberries can be either very expensive or very cheap. I remember that in Germany when I used to live there, strawberries were just super cheap, especially during this time of spring, of course, because that's the strawberry season. I remember I used to buy them for cents at the supermarket. Meanwhile, in Japan, strawberries were very, very, very expensive. So I never bought them at the supermarket. I find strawberries to be quite expensive here in the Netherlands. Usually we would pay 5 euros for a package like this. But then I bought it for half of the price because they had a discount at the supermarket. I also like to add some soy milk to the mix so that the smoothie bowl becomes a little more creamy. So yeah, I like to start my day with a healthy bowl full of nutrition, so let's make it happen. So for tonight, I'll be in charge of the dinner here in the house. We like to do that sometimes. One of us cooks for the entire house, like, I don't know, like once every 2 weeks or something like this. My flatmate told me that she's gonna prepare some mojitos for us, so I'm really excited about that. I actually didn't tell you guys yet, but it's the 3 of us living here in the house. It's me, Tim, and Lisa. Now it's actually lunchtime and I'm not hungry at all. That's one thing that I really like about these smoothie bowls, because like they fill you up. So now I think I'll just have some like plain boring cracker just to, you know, have something on my stomach, something extra on my stomach, not that I need it. So I'll just quickly go to the supermarket to get some ingredients for tonight. I actually have a lot of work to do today. I have to work on a blog. This is something that I have been trying to do for quite a while, but I just can't get to it. I can't get myself to actually do it. But now I actually have to do a blog for my course, for this course that I'm taking this semester. So it's one of the requirements that I have to build a blog. So I have to work on that today. I actually have a lot of cool ideas for the blog, but I'll tell you guys a little later when this whole thing actually comes together. And if you watch the other videos here in my channel, I've been talking a lot about this spring allergy that I have been having lately. Just a little update, since I went to the doctors, it has been getting better. I still have these puffy eyes. Still have this, the situation here, but you know, it is what it is. I actually have to put on some new drops now so that it can get better. Yeah, if you're new here, you haven't watched my other videos yet, but I've been having a lot of allergies because of the spring here in the Netherlands, and for that reason I now have to take medicine. But anyway, enough talking and let's go to the supermarket. I'm back home from the supermarket. I got everything that I needed for tonight's dinner, and I now have to work on this blog finally. I have no idea how to do that, so if you guys have any suggestions of how blogs work, because I have literally no idea, please leave it in the comments. I would love to know. But before we get into that, I'm gonna make myself some matcha latte now. Okay, so usually for cooking at dinner time, I like to have my headphone on and my favorite playlist on Spotify, because you know, it helps me get into the mood. So for the enchiladas, I'm gonna use these corn tortillas. It's very important that you get the corn tortillas and not the flour tortillas, because the flour tortillas, they are good for burritos. If you use flour tortilla instead of the corn tortilla, the taste will be completely different. So for this specific recipe, we use the corn tortilla because the taste together with the salsa and the chicken is just amazing. I'm also using this green salsa. Actually, if I had to choose between the red one and the green one, I would definitely choose this one. And well, both salsas have completely different tastes, but for this one we use the green one. Actually, I'm gonna turn off the music for now so we can focus here. Both the tortilla and the salsa from this brand called La Morena. I think from all the different brands that I've tried, this one is by far the best one. Usually I use cheddar cheese for this dish, but then because I didn't have it anymore at the supermarket, we'll be using this sort of mild cheese. Since we're making a vegetarian dish, I'm gonna use fake chicken, but of course you can use normal chicken if you want. Here at the supermarket in the Netherlands, they have a huge variety of vegan and vegetarian products. And I really like the taste of this chicken. It's the normal brand from the supermarket. Albert Heijn is the biggest supermarket here. And but every supermarket, or many supermarkets, they have their own brands of like fake meat. It's very hard to find sour cream here in the Netherlands, and usually when you find it, it's in a very small can. So I got creme fraiche instead, and the creme fraiche works just fine. It's just like sour cream. Sour cream is necessary on this dish because it breaks the spiciness and then makes the whole thing more creamy. And on top we'll have some cilantro and some jalapenos for the extra spiciness, but of course you don't have to add more jalapenos because the dish will already be spicy enough. And since we love spicy food in this house, we're gonna make it extra picante with this salsa Valentina. I bought this whole bottle of 1 liter for only €4 at the Asian/Mexican/ Turkish / Moroccan supermarket or whatever that was. I highly recommend you to try the salsa Valentina. It's amazing. You can put that in like many different dishes, but if you cannot find salsa Valentina, Tabasco or any sort of hot sauce will do. But this one is the best, like the taste. And we are also using garlic, black pepper and salt. One important thing I want to mention is that these tortillas are a little hard to handle because they are harder than the flour tortillas, but we want them soft because we want to make the enchilada shape. For that we need to steam the tortilla so that it becomes sort of soft. I don't have a steamer at home, so what I usually do is I put some boiling water in the pan, then I put this sort of seed, I think that's the name, on top of it, and while the water is boiling I leave the tortilla here for like 1 minute in one side, another minute on the other side, and then it's good to go. So let's start.